We've arrived in Veliko Tarnovo. The journey took just over 3.5 hours to get here. We've dropped off our stuff, we've had some lunch, and now we're going to go and explore the city. Tarnovo used to be a major city in Bulgaria, and in the Middle Ages it was the capital city, and at the moment it's a really big student city. There's 2 universities here, and I read that it's one of the only towns in Bulgaria where the population is actually getting bigger, whereas Bulgaria overall the population is decreasing. So it's obviously quite a popular place to come, and it's a big home for arts and culture. And behind me here is a very important place in this town of Veliko Tarnovo. As you can see, it's an estate agent. As featured on Channel 4's A Place in the Sun and Real Estate TV's The Next Big Thing in Bulgaria. So you heard it here first, guys. What's amazing is that this is meant to be quite a big tourist town, but we've been walking down quite a few streets which are completely empty. And they're really pretty streets as well. The houses are gorgeous, they've got these really nice cobbled floors and roads, and it's just really, really quiet here. I was definitely expecting a lot more hustle and bustle just because it's the summer, it's the weekend, and it's in a really pretty mountain setting, and there's just very few people around. You can tell it's a popular tourist place because there's loads of souvenir shops.
English menus.
Yeah. But today, I don't know if it's unusual or not, but today it's pretty quiet. We've come off the main Gorky Street and just walked downhill a little bit towards the river, and I think we've come across an old dam, so we're just going to go and have a look. I guess this is how you lower and like pick it up.
Look at the chains and stuff down there.
Oh wow. They're massive.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's why you need those big cogs, those big chains. We tried to go and see the other half of the mechanisms for the dam on the other side, and we thought maybe we can go and have a walk along the edge of the forest. But the men, and as this woman as well, the people who are hanging out there told us in no uncertain terms, you can't go any further and don't go into this half. So we've got a feeling they might have been doing something they shouldn't have, and they didn't want us there. So
we spun on our hill.
yeah, so we said, okay, thank you, goodbye. They're a ferocious dog as well.
Another chihuahua.
But very happy. Yeah, so that's the end of our dam adventures. We didn't get very far, but we were warned. We thought we'll heed that. Now we've decided to make our way up to the old fortress, which actually looks really quite big. The area was quite impressive. This is such a beautiful place for this old fort. fortress was originally in use between 1185 and 1393, when this town was the capital of Bulgaria, and so the royalty and the people in charge lived here. And although it was eventually taken over by the Ottomans, it actually took them 3 months to besiege this place because it was a really strong fortress, and it was known to be one of the strongest around. And apparently in its beauty as well, it was often compared to Constantinople and Rome. I mean, even just kind of these restored ruins, they're incredible. And the countryside around it is gorgeous. It's a really beautiful place. Looks like they do performances down here. It's a pretty cool place to have a show. And then up here, we've got the church right on the top. It's beautiful brickwork.
The Patriarchal Church of the Ascension, which is located on the highest point of Zarevets Hill, was destroyed during the conquest of Tarnovo by the Turks in 1393. Today, in the restored memorial, monumental contemporary murals represent the rise of the political and cultural development of medieval Bulgaria. The palace complex,
It wasn't just royalty living here, there was also normal citizens, so they found remains of loads of houses around here, and I'm guessing lots of these buildings here are where many of the residential houses would have been. We've got half a day here in Veliko Tarnovo left before we head over to Sofia this afternoon. So this morning we don't really have any plans at all, so we're just going to go for a little walk and explore and a wander. And we've just come down like a little back street, and we're finding all sorts of interesting things already, like this. What is it? I don't know.
In Chengdu to clean your ears.
Doesn't look like many people come down this way. It's pretty overgrown.
It's more overgrown.
There's the fortress that we went to yesterday. And then across here it looks like they've got kind of another one. You can see some old walls and some old ruins, but not very much else inside. We couldn't quite work out how you get up there either. You must be able to. It's just such a beautiful view. Danny, how's your new ride?
Pretty snazzy, eh? It's light drive.
Yeah.
Down corners.
Great.
Yeah. Only go downhill though.
0 to 60 in how much?
Depends how steep the hill is.
This memorial looks quite forgotten. The dates on there are 1877 to 1878, and on the back side it's got the dates for the First World War. We're guessing that the 1877 date is from maybe when Russians were here, but we can't read the sign. My Cyrillic isn't good enough. There's a little sign by the front door here of this building saying that it was refurbished with the help of the European Union, but it looks like that didn't last very long, and it looks super grand inside. It's got like a little ticket office when you first go in, and then a massive fancy staircase at the back. We wonder what it was. It's really fancy. I asked a local lady who's just sitting out here about this building, and I didn't understand what she said it was, but she was saying that, because I asked about the plaque, and she was saying, yeah, the European Union gave some money to have it all done up, but she said it was kind of a half-done job, and actually what they did is they pocketed the money. And she was saying it's really sad because it's a really old building, and I think it must have been quite important for the town actually at one point, because
Like
it's
some kind of, yeah, either well, she said it wasn't cinema, but like some kind of governmental thing.
it was something quite important. It's big.
They've got a beautiful stained glass at the end.
Yeah, it's outside the big church. It's got a little square like in front of it. But yeah, there's no longer anything happening in here, and she was just saying it's a massive shame. I agree with her, it really is. We've been trying to find a way in, but I think at some point lots of people used to come in, but they've secured it a bit now with extra bars and gates and chains and stuff, so I don't think there's any way for us to sneak in here. This is a bathroom. It's pretty well secured, and the back end doesn't have any proper doors or anything.
There used to be a way in here.
Yeah, well, not anymore. Oh, enter. Yeah, I don't think that's happening, is it? Oi. We're making our way over to the bus stop, which means it's now the end of our short time in Veliko Tarnovo. It's a gorgeous little town. It's got some amazing countryside around it. It's definitely worth a short trip. Although if you are coming here, I would recommend spending at least 2 nights. So you have time to walk around the city, but also maybe to go on a tour. The hostel we're at, Hostel Mostel, actually seems to offer quite a lot of really cool ones. Out into the countryside, go into some lakes for a bit of swimming, some local villages. But you know, you could also rent a bike and do it yourself. It's definitely worth spending a little bit more time than we have here. We didn't really think about it, we just wanted to come and see the town. But actually it's so lovely that I think it is worth just another night or so to come and explore. Yeah, so the next place we're on to now is Sofia. We're hoping to be able to get onto the next bus. We haven't booked anything, but there's quite a lot of buses between here and Sofia every day. So if we can't get the next one, maybe the one after that.
Like a new chain as well.
Yeah, it doesn't look very strong. How strong are you?
I'll go through here, it's backwards.
Can't see any nettles.
Why don't you bloody go in?
Hey, you volunteered, not me. I don't think we're going in there.